Welcome to another video. Happy Christmas everybody. I'm just doing this extra video to round the year off, and I thought what would be fun would be to do a kind of compilation video of some of my favourite things. I'm going to call it a top 10. It's not necessarily, I had lots of different ideas, I couldn't really decide, but I've picked 10 things that I think were pretty cool this year from my collection that I picked up this year. So in no particular order, on my list, a Czechoslovakian copy of Violator. Now, the reason this is on the list, Violator is probably my favourite Depeche Mode album, and Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore, and I just like to get hold of things from countries that don't exist. So there is another one that I'll come to in the list of 10 as well that fits that category, and stuff from like Yugoslavia and things like that. And then Personal Jesus 12-inch from Brazil, because I think it's quite a quirky thing. It's a promo, and it's not just got Depeche Mode on. The Enjoy the Silence 7-inch promo that I picked up recently. And recently, again, but I had these years ago, is the 4 picture disc plastic sleeve interview discs that I'll probably never play. And the next one's another 7-inch promo, which is a Personal Jesus 7-inch promo with the censored back to it. I've been after that for ages, and I just thought, you only live once, let's just get it. And another thing that fits that category is the remixes CD that came with the Bong magazine. I've had my eye on that for ages. It's been lurking on eBay for ages, and I did buy some other Bong magazines from the same seller, and I thought, why am I skirting around buying this? It's a good price. Let's go for it. So it was good to add that to collection. And then the Greatest Hits, the German Democratic Republic Greatest Hits album with a yellow label. Now, I already had a blue label. A year or so ago, I bought what I thought I was buying, a yellow label and a blue label. And when they arrived, they were both blue labels, even though I'd asked the seller in Germany to provide me with one of each. So anyway, I got hold of a yellow label one. So that's in the video too. And then back to Brazil for the singles. This is a bit like the singles 81-85 compilation, but there's an extra track. You'll see when we get there. And then a couple of clear 12-inch vinyls from Germany. They're both Everything Counts. So there's Everything Counts Live, Everything Counts and live tracks, and Everything Counts in larger amounts remix. Yeah, that's it. So just enjoy watching the clips. I'll see you at the end. The quality on some of these covers isn't as good as the UK original, and this is a case in point. The German one looks kind of fuzzy, the printing of the rose. One that doesn't suffer from that is the Czechoslovakian one. So this is, Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore. It was around in 1990. It's got a very gloss cover, and unfortunately it picks up a lot of scuffs and dirt along the way because of that, although the print is better quality. Only difference here is you've got the Mute Czechoslovakia logo there. It's called Stump 64, same as the UK version. The insert is just one sheet of heavy paper, and it's a plain white label, which is actually one of the only ones I've seen that actually has Depeche Mode written on the front if it's not on a sticker. So this is another copy of Personal Jesus. Bizarrely, on the other side is the Sugar Cubes, Regina. This is Bjork's band before she went solo. So this is a promo, and this is from Brazil. And this has got Personal Jesus 7-inch version and the Pump mix on again, and like I say, Regina. And this is on Warner Brothers, WEA, and that's the label there, which is typical of their promos. Why Depeche Mode and the Sugar Cubes were matched up on that, I don't know. I'm guessing that WEA in Brazil had the distribution rights for both those, and they came out around about the same time, so I thought let's slap them on the promo disc for DJs and see which one does well. I'm assuming Personal Jesus did better than Regina. So I spotted this just selling as a normal 7-inch. Depeche Mode, enjoy the silent 7-inch, it said. Just the one photo, no photo of the back, no photo of the disc. And it says Tony Michelodis Promotions on the sticker there, which set my alarm bell, my good alarm bell ringing. And I thought, well, £12 it cost me. I thought I'd get it. So yesterday, I very sheepishly slid the disc out to find that should jump out. That's the only real difference between the promo 7-inch, which is what this is, and the normal production 7-inch. Well, I don't know. It's I think it's over £100 disc, basically. So pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. Very cheesy, back-to-back limited edition of the interviews, again on a different format. Let me try and fold this out now. Yeah, this is from the 80s, so it's kind of a bit flimsy now. But this kind of would hang up in the store and you go, oh, yes, please. And I remember seeing this hanging up in the left-legged pineapple in Loughborough and saying, yes, please, buying it, getting it home, and it skipping all over the place. They might look nice, but I wouldn't dare play them. And I'm not going to play these ones either. I don't want to wrap my needle. But it's quite cute. It's the same picture on all 4 discs on the B side, but there's different ones on the A side, which is nice. And yeah, this is one of the things I used to have in my collection, and then I sold. So nice to have that back. And then the other vinyl record that I got is a 7-inch, which is Personal Jesus, and this is a promo. It's got the promo sticker on from Tony Michelodis Promotions. Again, this is the same promotion company as the Enjoy the Silence 7-inch that I managed to snaffle off eBay last week. And this is an essential item in any serious Depeche Mode collector's collection because it's the one with the censored cover. So this is what the normal 7-inch would look like on the back. And yeah, okay, it's a bit naughty, so they decided for the promo to censor it. The disc itself is exactly the same inside as the normal 7-inch. Pretty boring labels, to be honest. So you really are just paying for a bit of card without a picture on the back. It's Bong Fan 2, which is a promo CD of a bunch of remixes from the Exciter album. So these are remixes of Dream On, I Feel Loved and Free Love, the 3 singles off Exciter. And this came exclusively with the fanzine Bong 52. So let me show you. Yeah, so the CD came with this Bong 52, which was unfortunately the very last issue of the Bong magazine series. So it's kind of celebration inside of all the different eras and years of Depeche Mode and following Depeche Mode. The remixes themselves are pretty good. Some are better than others, but it's certainly something I'm very happy to have in my collection. If you were in East Germany, the German Democratic Republic, you didn't get the singles 81, 85. You got Depeche Mode Greatest Hits. And the track listing on this is completely different. It's on Amiga, which is the government-sanctioned record label, and these tracks have to be approved by the government. So Saigon's got Shake the Disease, Question of Lust, It's Called the Heart, Blasphemous Rumours, and Everything Counts from People Are People. So pretty similar. And then the B-side's got Master and Servant, Something to Do, which wasn't even a single. Stripped, Here Is a House, again not a single. It Doesn't Matter, again not a single. And It Doesn't Matter Too, again not a single. So Black Celebration, quite well represented. This came out in 1987. which explains why there's Black Celebration stuff on there. There's two different versions. There's a yellow labelled one, and there's a blue labelled one. And the other thing to know with these is that it's not a gatefold sleeve. Working on a budget. And then another kind of curiosity in the singles releases is from Brazil in 1988, and this is just called The Singles, and it's got Route 66 on there bizarrely, so all the tracks are the same apart from they've tagged Route 66 on the end. Bizarre. Apparently there is no singles chart in Brazil, so it is a bit of a strange release. There's not a gatefold. If we look inside, it's very tightly packed. It's a very different label on the record there. Yellow text and the 1988 short-lived kind of planet or Saturn Walking Man logo for Mute Records there, that you'll find on the Music for the Masses era stuff. And then it does have a card insert that goes inside, so it is in that respect a bit like the UK release, but it's not gatefold. And actually the card insert is so tight that I tend to just leave it out. And then next, all the way from an independent record store in my old hometown in North Wales, is Everything Counts as Live Tracks. Again, I did a video about this. There's lots and lots of different versions of this. This is German, you can tell because it says Platte in Farbigen vinyl, which means it's coloured vinyl. It has 4 live tracks on the live side, as they're calling it, that plays at 33 1/3. New Life, Boys Say Go, Nothing to Fear, and The Meaning of Love. And it always makes me laugh at the end of Meaning of Love when Dave says, "Who was here last night then?" And I always say that at the end of listening to that side. And on the studio side at 45 RPM is the original 7-inch mix of Everything Counts. So this is German. It's int 126837. It's the equivalent of L12 Bong 3. And what's special about it, and the reason I went nuts when I saw the photo of what come in at this shop that my friend back home showed me, was it's the clear vinyl. You don't see the clear vinyl very often in the UK for sale. So there you go. And it plays really well, actually. Sometimes you can't tell with these coloured vinyls whether they're going to be scratched or not, but this plays really nicely. BG plus, let's say. So I had a very fun lunchtime on Friday, looking at a flick through. My friend went over to the record shop, did a flick through, and this is what I ended up with. So last but certainly not least, in fact this is probably the rarest 12-inch. For the run of coloured 12 inches, we have Everything Counts in larger amounts. Hasn't got the sticker on, but never mind. Int 126813 this is. Everything Counts in larger amounts and Work Hard East End remix. The really sort of distinctive chalk artwork. And again, this is a special one. Seldom seen in the UK, that's for sure. So there's 3 different versions of the transparent 12-inch. One of them has Walking Man symbols, the original Walking Man symbol, this symbol you're seeing now, on side 1 and 2. Then another version has this Walking Man symbol on side 2, and on side 1 it has the not very long-lived Saturn logo, shall we say. This is the opposite, so it's got the Saturn logo on side 2 and the Walking Man logo on side 1. So like I say, seldom seen in the UK, not just because it's transparent. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great break for Christmas, and I'll pick it back up again sometime in January, I'm sure. So if you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider. I will carry on doing this in 2026. Yeah, see you then. Cheers.